It is fair to say that Vitalik Buterin has done crypto all his life. Born to a father who is a computer scientist and cryptographer, Vitalik's crypto enthusiasm spurred majorly from what he learned from his father while growing up. Today, Vitalik is the youngest crypto billionaire at age 27, with an Ethereum holding worth over $1 billion. And to many, this is just the starting point for the Ethereum co-founder. Ethereum sits comfortably as the second most traded cryptocurrency and has surpassed $4,000 per unit. Most traders have a strong feeling that it would someday match the value of Bitcoin. But till then, let's have a look at how Vitalik Buterin founded Ethereum at age 18 and how he has spun it into a digital currency worth over $346 billion. Hey everyone, and welcome to Booked, where we inspire others with inspiring stories. In today's story, we'll go over the story of Vitalik Buterin and his company, Ethereum. Born in Kolomna, Russia, to Dmitry Buterin and Natalie Emmeline, Vitalik spent only 6 years in his hometown before his parents migrated to Canada to seek better economic opportunities. Vitalik's dad is a computer scientist with big interests in cryptocurrency. We are safe to say that Vitalik learned a few things from him that shaped his career. He got his first computer gift at the age of 4, and the computer became his toy. Strangely, Vitalik's favorite activities were not playing video games with the computers. Instead, he used it to write macros in Excel. Hold on a minute, imagine a 4-year-old child writing macros on Excel. If I had a computer at the age of 4, I'd probably be playing games like God of War or Marvel Avengers. But this was not the case for Vitalik. Instead, he created a game on Excel by the age of 7. Meanwhile, after they migrated to Canada, Vitalik was enrolled in elementary school, but his teachers soon discovered that he was brilliant and could process arithmetic and logic faster than his classmates, so they placed him in a class for gifted students. At that early age, he was excellent in mathematics, programming, and economics. He continued being a promising computer enthusiast and scientist while at Aberlin High School, and by the time he turned 10, he was already very good at C++ programming. His cryptocurrency journey would officially start after high school when his father opened him up to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was still new at the time, but very promising. But the knowledge from his father was just to give him a head start. Vitalik Buterin, a self-motivated fellow, started looking for a way to get into Bitcoin. He enrolled at the university and took advanced courses. At the same time, he opted to be a research assistant to a cryptographer, Ian Goldberg, creator of the off-record messaging protocol, currently used to encrypt instant messages. Despite taking advanced courses, Vitalik Buterin was still not okay with the amount of knowledge he was getting, so he quit school against the will of his father and went on to pursue his passion in blockchain full-time. The journey to Ethereum. Every great achievement started somewhere, usually very small, then to the top. For Vitalik, it was during his time at the Bitcoin magazine. Vitalik Buterin had been looking for a way to get involved in Bitcoin, but he neither had the money nor the computing power needed to mine Bitcoin. He had learned a lot from his father and had gone on to take advanced courses on it. All he needed was to implement what he had been learning over the years. Vitalik decided to look up the internet to see if there was a community where he could be contributing to. It was then he found the Bitcoin magazine. The owner of the Bitcoin magazine was willing to pay him 5 Bitcoins for every post he made. And according to a post on Medium.com, Vitalik wrote about 400 articles while at Bitcoin magazine. Do we have any mathematicians in the house? Let's do the math. Just imagine that a deal of 5 Bitcoins applied to all 400 articles. Vitalik would have made over 2,000 Bitcoins. Now, having hit the $50,000 mark and beyond, that would have been running into billions. Well, that may not have been the case. Vitalik's work impressed the founder of Bitcoin magazine, so he offered Vitalik a role as the co-founder of Bitcoin magazine, which he willingly accepted. Vitalik Buterin is a relentless young fellow, and despite working for Bitcoin magazine, he reached out to Jed McCaleb, who is also pioneering a movement with Ripple cryptocurrency. Although he received an offer at Ripple, he could not take up the job due to his visa denials. He went on to also hold positions on the editorial board of Ledger, a peer-to-peer reviewed scholarly journal that published contents on cryptocurrencies. He did all these while still working at Bitcoin magazine. His passion for cryptocurrency is unmatched, and his relentlessness led to his success eventually. Having made some cash, Vitalik traveled around visiting blockchain developers. He was not looking for money this time, just trying to understand the concept of blockchain and how the developers were powering it. This included understanding the limitations of Bitcoin and how he can create something that will compete with Bitcoin. It was while he was in Israel that he conceived the idea to create a universal platform. He ended his tour and returned to his base in Canada. He followed up on his new idea and published a white paper proposing Ethereum. The white paper revealed the benefits of the smart contract he called Ethereum and sent out the proposal to lots of friends and family. And later, around 20 persons accepted the proposal to join him. He also won the Thiel Fellowship grant of $100,000 to get things started. This fund helped him accelerate his progress with Ethereum. With the rapid growth of Ethereum over the years, people are keen to know if Ethereum will join forces with Bitcoin to displace local money as we know it. But Vitalik has always maintained that his coin won't displace money, but would make it better. To further buttress this point, in 2017, Vitalik met with Vladimir Putin at St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, where they both discussed the development of Ethereum and the future of blockchain in Russia. What a journey Vitalik Buterin has had. From being overly curious about blockchain to owning the second biggest smart contract by market cap, becoming the world's youngest blockchain billionaire at the age of 27. But he's not enjoying the proceeds of his success alone. Vitalik is also very active in philanthropy. Let's look at a few of his philanthropic engagements. Giving back. Remember that Vitalik traveled the world in search of blockchain knowledge and allies, so being very passionate about further research in the field, he donated $763,970 worth of Ethereum to the Machine Intelligence Research Institute in 2017. And in the following year, 2018, he donated $2.4 million worth of Ether to the SENS Research Foundation, this time for work on technologies that prevented aging in humans. In 2021, he took the crypto world by storm when he donated Shiba meme coins, said to be worth $1.14 billion to the India Crypto COVID Relief Fund. Following his numerous activities and philanthropy in the blockchain world, he has won awards such as the World Technology Award in IT, Forbes 30 Under 30 in 2018, Forbes 40 Under 40 in the same 2018, and of course the Thiel Fellowship, which awarded him a grant to get things started. Initially, Vitalik went against his father's will to drop out of college. His father wanted him to work for tech giants like Google, Apple, and so on, but Vitalik Buterin wanted more for himself. In 2018, he was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Basel. We'll say he won the education battle with his father at the end of the day. Books recommendation. Vitalik Buterin enjoyed reading. As a matter of fact, during his short stint in school, he was taking an extra 5 advanced courses in search of knowledge. He traveled around the world looking for knowledge, so definitely he is a fan of knowledge acquisition. In this section, we'll show you some of the books he wrote and read along his journey to the top. Tribe of Mentors, written by Tim Ferriss. This book consults tens of successful people and shares their success tips. Vitalik Buterin happens to be one of the successful people featured. So when you get this book, you not only read about the survival of Buterin, but you also get to hear the stories of successful people like Ray Dalio and the books that helped him. Lessons from super athletes like Tony Hawk, Mara Sharapova, and other athletes. Lessons on how celebrities like Terry Crews got motivated from his high school experiences, how Dropbox co-founder made it, and a lot more. Already sounding interesting, right? So whether you're looking for happiness or searching for the meaning of life, you can always turn to this book for hope and motivation. Grab a copy and enjoy. Radical Market by Eric Posner and Glenn Way. Vitalik Buterin wrote the foreword of this masterpiece, which explored the scope of the global markets. If you're looking to understand the global markets and their scope, this book comes highly recommended. Taking out time to write a foreword shows how much Vitalik believes in the book. In a world where a lot of people blame the current global economic crisis on free markets, this book gives an outside-the-box insight and gives a bold perspective of the global markets and how they can be organized to favor everyone using free and open markets. To learn the movement of the markets, become a master at understanding market trends, and become a player in the global market, this book comes highly recommended. Grab a copy and read your way to a market guru. The Business Blockchain by William Bogoyer. Again, another excellent book recommended by Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik wrote the foreword of this book with hopes to motivate both existing and aspiring technologists on the promise of blockchain. This book explores the potential of blockchain and invites technologists to become key players that will shape and enjoy its future. From the definition of blockchain to obstacles and challenges of blockchain technology, this book analyzes and offers decentralization of blockchain as the way forward. It also strongly encourages the integration of blockchain in financial services as a way to grow and improve the sector. For an inside-out understanding of blockchain, this book comes highly recommended. Vitalik Buterin is an inspiration. We hope his story inspired you. Are you into any cryptocurrency? Let us know in the comments.